Hi, I'm Stephen Hampson. I'm a full-time furniture designer maker. I'm based in the Forest of Bowland in Lancashire. I moved here about 25 years ago. At the time interest rates were very high and my finances were tight, so I started making things myself. So I made the first kitchen. It was a bit rubbish, to be honest, but then I moved on, started making doors and windows, and that's where my love affair with wood started. So for over 20 years I was in software sales. I used to travel maybe 50,000 miles a year. Most weeks I'd be away all week, so I'd leave Monday morning or Sunday night and come back late Friday night. Even so, I'd get back about 8 o'clock, 8:30 Friday night. I'd still go in my workshop for a couple of hours, and Joanne would be keeping the tea warm till 11 o'clock when I'd sit down with her. Then about 5 years ago I made the decision, a life-changing decision, that I would really like to do this full time. And I enrolled at a furniture making school up in the Lake District, and I spent a year there. And during that year I learned what good was, and how to make furniture in a professional way. And after that year, that gave me the confidence to set up on my own. So my occupation today is to make one-off pieces for clients, furniture, clocks, bookcases, and the process tends to start with I meet the client, ideally in their place, to try and get an idea of their style and things that they're interested in. From there I would then draw up pencil sketches and computer-based sketches. And once I've got the commission, then commissions can typically take from maybe 2 weeks for a little small table or something to maybe 4 or 5 months for a huge bookcase or some other big piece of furniture. My clients tend to be quite individual. They have their own tastes. Usually the things in their house are quite specifically placed. They also like to get involved, so during the design process they like to see sketches and make comments, and when I actually start making it, they like to see the thing being developed, and I send them images during that time. So the best part about the job is delivering the piece to the client's house and then loving it. To see in their eyes that they're really pleased with the piece is so exciting. The money in the job, to be fair, is not as good as in my previous career. The hours are still very long, but I just love what I do. The job can be taxing, designing something original, sitting there trying to come up with inspiration at the drawing board is tough, and often turning a client's idea into reality technically can be difficult. So I still come home at night, even though I've only walked 10 yards, with a headache often. The pieces that I make are, well, they're all interesting in different ways. Working with individuals. I remember one time I made a chess table for a customer who was giving it as a present to his partner without telling the partner that there was a secret drawer that opened within the table. So that was quite exciting. I'm here on my own a lot of the time. Might not see anybody for several days, but birds are always flying into the workshop. My crazy cat sits on the table saw while it's actually running. Sheep from the fields come in and say hello most days. So it's a massive change for me from what I was doing before. At the moment I'm working for a client who has a big interest in things Asian, and he's an author, and I'm making him a desk and chair at the moment in a slightly sort of Japanesey style, which is fun. Previously I made a big bookcase for the same client, which was in a similar style. When I'm not making things out of wood, I like to get up in the fells in Lancashire and Yorkshire and Cumbria, fell running or cycling, or anything to do with the outdoors.